Welcome to the next part of this series. Now that we have set up our scene properly, we need to prepare our characters for switching. In many online tutorials, you must have observed that people use a simple swapping logic with a temp variable to get things done. That's all fine and dandy. However, what happens if you want to have a third or fourth character in the scene for a team-based action RPG? You can expand the logic, but it is painful to do so. So, we can future-proof our testing system by doing things a bit differently. Now, firstly, we need to create two different materials for our characters to differentiate them. Remember that this is just a prototype. Most probably, you'll have different characters with different skeletal meshes, materials, and textures. Luckily, we already have the default materials and instances available. So, navigate to the content folder over here, characters, mannequins, not mannequin UE4, mannequins. Here we go, materials and instances folder. Here you will find Manny and Quinn folders. Our third person character has the Quinn skeletal mesh assigned to it if you check it out. So we open the Quinn folder and create two different duplicates of the existing material instances. You can either create duplicates of both of the instances or just one, depending on how you want your characters to look. I'm going to choose the mi underscore Quinn underscore 02. Right click, let me see, duplicate and done. Rename one to have red, so instead of 03 just use 02 underscore red. Here we go, and do the same again. So right click, duplicate 02 underscore blue. Right, now you can open up and then change the tints as we prefer. So first of all, I'm going to open up the red one. Here we have that material. We can just go to base color. We don't have to do anything fancy. Enable the tint, and then since this is the red material instance, I'm just going to click on the color picker like so. Drag the red all the way up here, click on OK, make sure I save. There we go, and it's all done. This material instance is correctly prepared. Now onto the blue. Let's see, enable the tint, open this up. Now for blue, we'll have to make sure that the red is 0, the green is 0, and there we go. Now we've got blue. Fantastic. Save it. And we've got the blue and red material instances. Excellent. Now we just have to assign those materials to our characters. Now, before we assign those materials to our characters, we must make sure that those characters are renamed properly. We do not want to have BP third person character 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not a good naming practice. So what do? We select the character, we go to the outliner, press F2 on the keyboard after selecting that character in the outliner like so, and then just type in the red, blue or green or whatever color you have picked right at the end of it. Press enter, job done. Do the same thing for the next character. Select it, world outliner, select, instead of 2 we just type in BLUE, and job done. Now we have to assign the material instances to those characters. So how do we do that? Let's see. So with the blue character selected, scroll down into the details panel until you see materials over here. Now which one of the instances did we duplicate? I think it's mi underscore Quinn underscore 02, right? and this is the blue character. So we select the mi underscore queen underscore 02 underscore blue, and then drag and drop it to where the original mi underscore queen underscore 02 was assigned, like so. Now, did it make a difference? Let us see. Yes, it did. Now we have a blue tint to our TVP character. Do the same thing for red. Select the red character, drag and drop the mi underscore queen underscore 02 underscore red to the appropriate slot, element 1, and we have the red and blue characters. Wonderful. Almost done. Almost done. Now, we just need to do one more thing before we move on to the next tutorial. Remember at the start of the video when I mentioned that we are going to do things a bit differently? Here's how we prepare for that. We are going to add a tag to our third person blueprint so that we can just reference this tag in our code. It will all become clearer when we start typing code at lightning speed later on. So, open up your BP underscore third person character blueprint. You can just go over here in the world outliner. Let me just do that. And then click on the edit BP underscore third person character. Right. Now we have all the class defaults right in front of us. In the search box, just type in tag. Right. Under actor advanced, here we can see tags. Currently we do not have any tags associated with this blueprint, but we are going to create one. Okay, so click on this circular plus sign, add element, and it will do that for us. Now for here, since this is the default blueprint and we are deriving our characters from this blueprint, we do not type anything in here. We just leave it as none. Okay, press compile, job done, save. So remember, if you want to compile and save at the same time, you just click on 3 dots right next to compile, click on save on compile, and instead of never, you just use on success only. So nice safe bet. Okay, once you do that, you save the blueprint, close it up, and now if we check the details section of our selected character and then type in tag, we can find that now we have tags over here. Okay, we don't need to do anything fancy. We just need to add 2 simple tags to our characters. So for the red character, I will just type in red. That will be our tag for the red character. And for the blue one, we type in blue. That's it. We have now successfully set up our characters in Unreal Engine 5.5.1 for the switching mechanic. See you in the next video.